Hi again everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. So it has come out recently that the Russian central bank is planning on banning short sales on a number of key stocks on the Moscow exchange, 30 listed companies to be precise. The list of stocks includes Gazprom, Lukoil, Sberbank, MMC Norilsk Nickel and Rosneft Oil, and some Eurobonds as well. The move appears to be one that looks to be being undertaken as a means of softening a potential mass sell-off when the Moscow exchange does open for more general trade. Well, more normal trade than what has been experienced in the last 3 or 4 weeks. The move is obviously one that aims to limit volatility, and other exchanges such as France and Belgium have even taken similar measures in banning or limiting short selling during the early stages of the pandemic, so it's not a totally surprising move from the Russian central bank. And if you have been following the news, it's not the only action that has been taken by Russia to allow its financial systems to potentially reopen. On Monday, the Moscow exchange opened in a very slim capacity to allow for trading of Russian Rouble denominated bonds. One of the other key reasons for this was to allow the central bank to purchase a big number of these and help shore up and secure the ruble from further devaluing. Then there was also the recent action taken known as Decree 81, which I've covered in an earlier video on this channel, which is restricting access to Russian financial markets and assets from investors from enemy territories. The details of which still seem a little vague as to how it will affect institutions that are behind the mechanics of much of the trading of assets to foreigners, but what it has effectively done is potentially frozen the assets of many who may be invested from overseas, at least in the short term. Coming back to the news of the day, in terms of blocking short trading on these key stocks, many of the companies that have been placed on this list do have secondary listings on other exchanges which have effectively been suspended. I would imagine these suspensions will remain as they are effectively out of the control of Moscow. Anyway, these 30 stocks represent perhaps the most important listed companies on the Moscow exchange in terms of significance to the economy, and from the companies I'm aware of, they do appear to be ones that are heavily government owned. So I can kind of see the priority being given to protect these assets, which are likely to really come under the pump if and when the exchange does reopen to the public. The Russian central bank had instituted a total ban on shorts trading when the exchange was still operating at the start of the Ukraine invasion about a month ago. However, by introducing this partial ban, it sort of sends a message that perhaps the exchange is getting ready to open up yet again to the public, but the government wants to ensure they are protecting key strategic businesses, hence the short selling ban, as well as the prevention of foreign traders through Decree 81. This seems to be some of the strategies that the Russian government is taking to protect their financial markets when they reopen. The Russian government is attempting to line their key businesses with cotton wool to protect them from a strong negative market action. The only problem is that this metaphoric cotton wool needs to act as a cushion from stocks that are about to fall out of a plane without a parachute. Basically, I think it's still going to end up quite an ugly scene for these companies when the markets reopen, but at least for these companies, many of them have the backing of the Russian government to keep them supported. Anyway, whether or not this is the next step towards the Russian markets opening up further or not still needs to be confirmed, but it does make me think that they are getting closer to allowing some resumption of trade in Russian stocks again, and they are preparing for what is likely to be a major sell-off once such an event does occur, especially if the backdrop of the war in Ukraine and the harsh sanctions from the West are still at play. If trading of stocks does open again soon, it is shaping up to be on a fairly limited basis, perhaps even to give some of these companies access to ruble-denominated capital raisings, or to perhaps issue some corporate bonds to sustain their activities. This is all speculation, of course. Anyway, that's about it for this quick update. I hope you found it interesting or useful. If there is a stock or anything that you'd like me to have a look at, drop it in the comment section below. If you've got any thoughts on this topic, also please mention them in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear what others think on the topics. Until next time, everyone, may the markets trade in your favour. Cheers.